Welcome to another Seed to Table video. Today, we're going to talk about a nutrition label. This is typically found on the back of most products in the grocery store, unless it's a whole food. Let's see what it's all about. Today, we're going to break down the servings, calories, sodium, sugars, and ingredient list. The serving size will tell you how many servings are in this container. Let's look at how you determine what is equivalent to one serving. One serving can equal one medium-sized fruit, like an apple, a half cup of fresh, frozen, or canned fruits or vegetables, 1/4 cup of dried fruit or fruit juice, and half cup of vegetable juice is equivalent to one serving. And you need around 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. Now we have calories. This is often found in bold. Calories is a unit of measure, specifically measuring energy. This number lets us know how much energy we will get from eating or consuming this product. This doesn't mean the more calories, the faster we will run, but it lets us keep track of the amount of calories we're consuming per day. On average, we should consume about 2,000 calories. This number can vary depending on your age, gender, and activity level. Having a high calorie intake and low activity level can result in increased body fat. So that's why it's important to have a balance between the two. Let's look at some examples. A turkey sandwich for lunch on whole grain bread can be roughly 300 calories. If we add an apple, that's about 95 calories. And what about carrots with some hummus? That'll be about 153 calories. Well, we need something to wash that down with, right? If we add a cup of 1% low-fat milk, that's another 100 calories. Or if we opt for water, that's no calories added. In all, we're looking at 548 calories to 648 calories if we add the milk for this lunch. But what if we would rather have cake for lunch? Well, with the cake plus frosting, because who wants chocolate cake with no frosting? That's 462 calories. Wow. That's almost as much as eating our turkey sandwich with whole grain bread, an apple, carrots with hummus, and milk. We want to make sure we're getting the most nutrition out of the amount of calories we're consuming per day. Now we'll look at sodium, or sodium chloride, also known as salt. This is important because it's recommended that we eat less than 2,300 milligrams of salt per day, which sounds like a lot, but it's only equal to 1 teaspoon. High sodium intake can lead to high blood pressure and poor heart health. Let's go check out the sodium in some of these foods. This bag of Lay's classic potato chips has 180 milligrams of sodium. This package of Top Ramen chicken flavored noodles has 910 milligrams of sodium. That's almost 40% of our daily recommended intake. Wow, that's a lot. You may be wondering if the whole foods that we find at our local farmers market have sodium. Well, most foods do contain natural sodium. The difference is that processed foods tend to have a lot more. So it's important when you're looking at canned foods and packaged foods because many of these are processed and can have a lot more than needed. Now for sugar. You will most likely find this underneath the total carbohydrate section. This will come in two parts: total sugars and added sugars. This number can sometimes be different. Depending on the item, it may have natural occurring sugars, like fruit. But the added sugar is sugar that was added outside of what's naturally occurring. This is what we want to look out for. It's suggested that we keep our sugar intake around 100 calories, 24 grams, or 6 teaspoons. Just 4 grams of sugar is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. Let's take a look at some examples. We're going to look at the artificial added sugars in products, not the sugar or fructose found in natural foods. 1 slice of chocolate cake with frosting can have around 26 grams of sugar. That's more than what's suggested per day. And then we can look at an apple, which has about 14 grams of sugar. But again, this is fructose, which comes naturally. Almost as sweet. Now let's check out the ingredient list. This is found underneath the nutrition label. The ingredient list lets us know what's all included in our product. The first ingredient is the most important, so always check to see what's there first. If it's canned fruit or vegetables, we want to make sure that's the number one thing on the list. We don't want it to be sugar or an oil. We want it to be what it is that we think we're purchasing. Can you pronounce the words listed here? Sometimes alternative words can be used, but there's a few things you want to look out for. Try looking for products that list whole foods as the first 3 ingredients. So today, we looked at servings, calories, sodium, sugar, and the ingredient list. So the next time you go grocery shopping, you'll know what to look for. As always, make sure to visit us at Hub City Farmers Market, where you can shop for your whole foods and your value-added goods. We'll see you then. Bye.